Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to the 200th episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Francis Faden, and I'm so grateful that we get to spend this time together helping you magnify your miracles. And I'm so grateful that whether you've been with me from the very beginning or you're just listening for the very first time, I'm just so grateful to be able to share this journey with you and share the insights that I have received along the way and pass along these beautiful stories and meditations and book reviews and all the things that I love sharing with you so that they can really help you have a more miraculous life. It is such an honor and a gift and a joy for me to be able to do that. And I was wondering what I was going to talk about for this episode, being the 200th one. I wanted to do something special, and Mother Mary whispered something in my ear that she wanted me to share with you. And not only am I sharing this with you, but this is also going to be informing the direction that I'm going to be going, both with my podcast and in my business moving forward. So before I get into all of that, please take a breath with me. And let's get ourselves grounded and centered, breathing in the energy of expansion and breathing out anything that you no longer need. And knowing that whatever it is that you need to hear today to move you powerfully forward, to help you to magnify your miracles, is exactly what you're going to be hearing. We're going to take one more deep breath together in gratitude, and we can begin. All right, my friend. Well, welcome once again to the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. And I cannot even believe that it has been 200 episodes. It's amazing. It's 4 years ago that I started recording and offering this podcast. And I'm so grateful that I did. It's been one of the best things for me. And I love hearing from so many of you all around the world when you're leaving me comments, you're sending me emails, you're letting me know how much this podcast is impacting you. It just makes me feel so, so happy. You know, when I was a little girl, I had a dream. I used to have my little transistor radio, my little AM transistor radio. I used to go to the far end of the dial, you know, in my bedroom at night at like 11 o'clock at night, stay up late. Ooh. And I would listen at the very far end of the dial, hoping to get a radio station from Russia or from Africa or from Antarctica or something, somewhere far away, because I always had this feeling like I wanted to be connected with people all around the world. There was just something about the frequency of radio that made me really happy. And obviously, as time has passed and I've been on the planet longer, we still have radio, but the way that people are really connecting is through the medium of podcasts. So I'm so grateful to know that you're listening to me in all these countries and that Mother Mary is able to send her energy out, that Spirit is able to send their energy out through this podcast to bless you and inspire you on all of the continents on the planet. It makes me so, so happy. So thank you. I'm just so grateful. So today I wanted to talk about something, the 2 requests that Mother Mary asks of us. If you're somebody like me who follows her apparitions and you're curious about Divine Mother in all of her forms, and you look to see, is there a theme? What is it that happens? I have noticed that when Mother Mary appears, when she comes to the planet and appears apparitions, which happens so frequently, it's actually more of an unusual thing when it's not happening than the fact that it's happening almost every day. We have these specific ones that are very well documented and recorded. And I've noticed that there are 2 requests that she makes over and over again. And the first request is she asks us to pray. And she doesn't say that we have to pray a certain religion or anything like that. She says, no matter what you are, you can pray. And she talks about prayer as a way of connecting with the divine. So the first thing she asks us to do is to pray, and not just any prayer, but praying as a form of offering our heart, of feeling connected to the divine. And she says, from that, everything else comes. And sometimes, you know, if she appears in a particularly Catholic country, she will encourage people to pray the rosary. But even in that, she tells people that they don't have to be Catholic or they don't even have to be Christian necessarily to be able to pray that rosary, which is a message I did not quite understand. Having been raised Catholic, I was like, how is this not a Catholic prayer practice? Until I read the beautiful book, The Way of the Rose. And then I was like, oh, this is how, because this prayer process of these mysteries actually applies to everybody, because it's really about life and it's about the cycle of life, which now that I understand it, of course, it applies to everybody. But she asks us to pray. And the second thing she asks us is to create something or to make something. Now, if you go back and you look at these apparitions, we can start with the apparition to Saint Juan Diego in Guadalupe, Our Lady of Guadalupe, down in Mexico City. And before it was Mexico City, Mother Mary came in 1530 or 1531, I think it was. And she appeared just when the Spanish were coming in and colonizing Mexico. And it was really a brutal and horrific time. And she comes to Juan Diego and she asks him to be her intermediary. And she asks him to go to the bishop, the local bishop, and have a church built on this very sacred spot. And it's actually a spot that was sacred to the indigenous people. That's where they worshiped their version of Divine Mother. And so she asked that something be made, something be created, which is why I always think of Our Lady of Guadalupe as the patron Divine Mother of artists and creative people. She asks us to make something. Well, then she comes again to St. Catherine Labouré. And when she comes to St. Catherine Labouré in 1830, I believe it is, she asks Catherine Labouré to make the miraculous medal, which if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that that's what I'm wearing. I wear my little gold miraculous medal. And she actually drew the picture and she showed it to St. Catherine Labouré. And she said, have a medal struck and have it say this and put this design on it. And this will be something that will bless people. And St. Catherine Labouré, it was not easy for her to get that done, but she did get it done. And that beautiful medal has gone out, and so many people have reported miracles from that. And then she came to St. Bernadette in Lourdes and took out her rosary and started praying with St. Bernadette. And then there's so many instances of Mother Mary appearing and either asking for us to make something, build a chapel, create something. I remember when I went to see the shrine of Our Lady of Good Help in Champion, Wisconsin, when we were driving across the country. My wife and I were driving across the country, and it's the only official approved apparition site of Mother Mary in the United States. Wow. If you have a chance to go there, go there. The energy there is amazing. So amazing. Go downstairs where the apparition happened. It's like, whoa, it's just really amazing energy. And the woman that had the apparition, she asked her, build a school, create something, make something, build this school and help the local people. So Mother Mary is often asking us to do that, to make something, to create something, and to pray. And from my perspective, putting those two things together is really what my path is about. And it's only been in the last few months that I've gotten really clear of all the things I could be doing, that helping people do those two things, that's really what I'm here on the planet to do. The first thing, obviously, the energy of prayer, but it's really about connecting with spirit. So prayer is one of the ways that you do that. Obviously, helping you learn how to connect is something that I'm going to be talking about more and more, and actually have an upcoming training that I'm going to be doing, teaching you different ways of prayer that are really super effective and can really help you connect in really fast. I'll be telling you more about that. And then helping you to create whatever it is you're here to create. So my great passion is to support artists, writers, painters, musicians, people who are here to take something and put it into tangible form, which is what all art really is. People who want to make something, people who want to create something, people who want to have something tangible here on the planet that they're here to create. And that, that could be your own business, absolutely. But it's probably going to be like writing your book, or it's going to be recording your music, or it's going to be finishing your painting, or it's going to be writing your cookbook, or it's going to be, you know, creating your garden, or whatever it is that makes your heart so, so happy that you know that you're here to do. I believe that whatever that is for you, that is God wanting you to do that. That is God speaking through you, wanting to express through you. I think that the divine takes great pleasure and great joy in manifesting through us as us. So that's why I'm so happy to say that although I've been talking about it, all these years, I've been talking about that I work with spiritual entrepreneurs, I'm really declaring that I love, love, love working, especially with women specifically, spiritual, creative women who are here on the planet to create something, to leave something behind, to be what Mother Mary calls to be a lighthouse on the planet. So these two things, of course, I'm a Gemini. There's got to be two things I'm doing. One is going to be focused on prayer, which I have been doing for a while now, but I'm going to be taking that to the next level and really teaching you how to pray in a way that will transform your life and also help you to transform the lives of other people. And then the second thing is helping you to be the creative person that you are, to be successful as a creative person, to get your work out in the world, again, in whatever way that is for you. And for me to do that myself, for me to embody that, not just to help other people, but for me to do that, to finish my own creative projects and all the books that I have coming out, the products that I want to do to help you do those two things. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm curious, if you take a breath and you put your hand on your heart, if you knew that you could pray and you knew that anything that you prayed for or about instantly would be answered. Doesn't mean you necessarily would see it, but you knew, boom, that instantly that was answered, and that all you needed to do is keep your awareness open to see and receive that answer. What would you be praying for? What would you be praying about? What would your prayer be? What is the prayer of your heart? That's really the question. What is the prayer of your heart? And then if you keep your hand here on your heart, what is it that's longing to be created through you? What kind of artist are you? A lot of people, they bristle when I use the word artist. Oh, I'm not creative. Everybody's creative. You have two chakras, more than any other chakras. You have two chakras devoted to creativity. You have one devoted to your mind. You have one devoted to your body. You have one devoted to your heart and your wisdom. You have one devoted to your intuition. You have two devoted to creativity. So you can't tell me that you're not creative. Everybody is creative. It's wired right into you. What is it that you're longing to create? You're wanting to write your story. You're wanting to show your artwork or your photography. You're wanting to take all your family recipes and put them into a cookbook. Are you wanting to record the music in your head? Are you wanting to start your own line of makeup? Whatever it is, know that that's the divine wanting to do that through you. Right now, Mother Mary is whispering to you, make something, create something, do something. So one of the reasons I love working with Mother Mary when I work with my clients, because Mother Mary is the queen of magnifying the energy of the divine. She knows how to do that. She knows how to bring it into physical form, which is what she did so well. And she knows how to bring forth the Christ consciousness in each and every one of us. She knows how to nurture that energy and what you need to do to take your next steps. That's why I'm so confident when I work with people and I'm working with Mother Mary, because I know she knows how to get them from where they are to where they want to go. She's got it all mapped out for you because she lives in your heart. She's not different than you. Her energy, the energy of unconditional love, it lives in your own heart center and knows you better than you know yourself and will guide you to whatever that fulfillment is for you. So those are the two things I wanted to share with you, my friend. And these are the two things you're going to be hearing me talk about moving forward. And if you do want to learn more about my upcoming training, you can go to francisfaden.com/prayer, francisfaden.com/prayer. And you'll see there, I have listed the information about the upcoming prayer training. And I'm actually going to be telling you a little bit more about it in next week's episode. I'm going to go a little bit more into a deep dive about it and give you a little bit more information. But if you want to get a head start, you can go there and check it out. And I would love, love, love to have you join us. So, my friend, I'd love to hear from you. How do you think your prayer life is? How do you think your creativity is going right now? How can you bring those two things together? How can they support each other? Because they're, in fact, the same vibration. Both things have to do with connecting with your inner world and bringing it into your reality. That's all that it's about. And those are the two things that I'm going to be focusing on from now on. So if you are a creative woman, a creative entrepreneur, and you're looking for a little bit more support, please reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you and see if working with me might be a fit for you. That would be lovely. And if you're looking for a way to make your prayer life much more powerful, just go to my website, francisfaden.com/prayer, and you can check it out there and see what is going on. So once again, my friend, thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you for listening, whether it's one episode or all 200 episodes. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for leaving a review that makes such a big difference. Thank you if you're watching me on YouTube for subscribing. That makes a huge difference for me. Thank you for leaving a comment and letting me know what's going on with you. I love connecting with you all over the world. It makes me so, so happy. God bless you, my friend. I'm so, so grateful for you. And always remember, the key to magnifying your miracles is knowing that your miracle, it's already here. God bless you, my friend. Bye-bye.